Watch time at the Weather Channel being sponsored by Volvo. Our storms are on two main places, the northwestern U.S. coast where things are windy, wet, and wintry. Also in the Midwest and eventually the Northeast. Our present problems around Columbus and Cleveland will be a thing of the past, but they're a thing of the future in the Northeast. Hartford, Providence, Boston, we'll see our rain coming in at least by about lunchtime or thereafter. Whereas in the city, things may get a little better. Even D.C. will get brighter as the day progresses. Tonight, though, the rains are causing some present concerns and some future concern, too. We'll point all of this out. First, let's focus our attention in the northwest, where the winds are howling. The good thing is, right on Siskiyou County, the winds have decreased a bit from their earlier levels, which was incredible. Look at this system. It's really wrapped up to do some business here. Low pressure spins counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. As this thing continues to move on, sliding on toward the east, guess what? More rain comes in again, and more is destined to come in our way this week. We'll discuss that coming up in the weekly planner. How are we doing? Look at this, 111 miles per hour around Cannon Beach, well over 100 miles an hour. Around Etarts, over 106. We're talking major, well over hurricane strength winds coming in here with some of the gusty conditions. Even around 71 there for Gold Beach and Astoria. Too, they're a bit below hurricane force, but nonetheless strong, 68 miles an hour. Tough to stand up when the wind blows like that. We're not out of it yet. We still have the chance of seeing yet more wind here. Any place you see shaded in blue, across parts of Montana, bits of a little bit of Washington, Oregon, too, and along the coast especially the coast of Oregon, 50 miles per hour or greater. Some incredible wind here along I-5, too. If you're behind the wheel in a high-profile vehicle, give yourself plenty of time to make it. It could be rough traveling. As far as gale conditions from Point St. George northward to a Clatsop Spit, right through here, look at that, over 55 miles an hour with the wind. Even some gale force winds could be felt further north. The system is wrapped up and it's really bringing a lot of wind ashore. Things have died down since the 100-degree gust range. We're not seeing that presently, but nonetheless, we could see a lot of windy conditions still and heavy surf. We're even feeling the effect of the heavy surf further south toward the U.S.-Mexico border, for like San Diego, northward through L.A., and even up around Santa Barbara on Point Piedras Blancas, too. We've got something in the way of some problems from the heavy surf. So if you have coastal interest, you're out around the water, have a business around the water, remember, heavy surf is still a part of our day going into Thursday. This radar has not really changed in the last 10 hours or so. Moisture continues to flow in, wet for Seattle and Portland. You're not seeing right the little blank spot. That's because the radar has a tough time seeing directly over the mountain. But trust me, there's rain in here too. And you're feeling it nonetheless if you're outside tonight, because it's pretty persistent. Look at some of these totals, too. Over 5 inches, actually 5 1/3 there for Astoria, Oregon. Around Forks, it's been quite wet as too. Almost 3.5. Look at that. Shelton, Washington, getting close to 3. Around Seattle, over 2.5 also. But look at that Tacoma, 2 1/3. Even Portland, wow, a lot of incredible rain has been coming down here. That incredible rain may really amount to something here, too, where the flash flood potential will linger. You see too much rain in an area, or you live in a flood-prone area, be advised, this could make for very rough conditions. You just look outside and you may see water rising, or if you are driving behind the wheel and you see water rising, you can't see the road beneath it, you don't need to be going through there. A lot of problems start that way. Well, something else is coming up and coming down simultaneously. Snow levels are coming up as the snow comes down. Some spots, high elevations here, could pick up 3 to 6 inches, but as this front passes and cooler air settles in, we'll see some of the snow come down to around pass level or even below 3,500 feet. Something else to think about. Tonight things are getting a little bit quieter as the rain is leaving Detroit Metro. We're getting it out of the Motor City. It's going to stay away too. Toward Cleveland stays a little bit damp. Elsewhere around Pittsburgh now, that's where we're seeing some rain moving our direction. Indianapolis drier, but Pittsburgh wetter. Eventually Philly and the city could see some rain as we get into our day. Maybe some half-inch amounts or greater may be felt along the coast of the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast and also to the Northwest. Believe it or not, let's talk about Tropical Storm Nicole. More tropical activity here. 1,125 miles west-southwest of La Palma in the Canary Islands. Its sustained winds around 40 miles an hour, moving west-southwest at 9. The good news about the system, though, it should become kind of unrecognizable, matter of time being sheared up as a part of the upper-level winds, creating a real hostile environment for anything this time of the year there. Look at this, though. Some rain will push in, give us some dampness for D.C. Eventually, Boston could see rain by the afternoon. We'll discuss tonight's rain and Thanksgiving's forecast next in Weather Center.
Find out if the Pacific Northwest will have a stormy Thanksgiving, plus holiday conditions nationwide ahead on Weather Center. Then Jeff Morrow live for a special holiday travel-wise.
This program was brought to you by